Welcome back to Digi Bro and Pals, everybody.
Yay.
We stopped midway through this level because it's long.
I don't think I stopped talking between episodes. I think I just kept going.
And now we're shooting at... What the fuck are these things called? Are they Spectres? Those are the tanks, right?
No, these are... Yeah, Spectres are these. These are Spectres.
Okay, what are the tanks called? Phantoms. That's right. That was another cool thing about Halo is, like, the meta of it, that everything had a name. And, like, okay, I'm not as big a fan of when everything has a name in a game, but, like, okay, in, what's it called? The Last of Us, like, nothing, they never call them, like, zombies. It's, like, clickers and bloaters and all, or is bloater from...
Bloater is Left 4 Dead.
Okay. That's another thing, that they use the same types of names as Left 4 Dead.
Since Left 4 Dead, like, most zombie genre games, they all have the same type.
Right.
They might be called something different, but it's like a generic type that every...
Right. And it's like there's
always a spitting one.
The names are just like descriptive. I'm not as big a fan. Like, I get why they do the descriptive name thing, because it's supposed to be like, yeah, you know, oh, those ones are the bloaters, so we call them the bloaters because they're fat, you know. But like,
those are fat.
I think it's cool that in this game, all of the like, there's like theme naming for all the different weapons. Like all of the Covenant stuff is all named after different like spectral entities. Like it's Ghost, Phantom. What was the other one? I said?
Wait, that was the end of the level. So now there's a weird cut.
Oh yeah, now it's a weird cut. We should have just waited.
Oh,
so
well.
It is level 3 where you do the tank, because that's my favorite.
We did it, Digi Bros.
It's Ghost, Phantom. What's the name of the fucking flying ones? Banshee.
Take my shoes off.
And the one we just blew up, those were... What did I say they were? There's Wraiths.
Wraiths.
Are Wraiths the tanks?
Wraiths are the tanks that fire like the arced plasma.
Right, that's what I was thinking of. They're all different types of ghost name. And then these guys, we have this guy.
Oh look, we're back in the old graphics.
We have the Warthog, which is the thing we were driving before, and then the tank is called the... What's the tank called? I don't remember. Is it a spider tank?
Scorpion.
Scorpion tank, yeah. Scorpion tank.
That thing.
Yeah, we get to drive a Scorpion tank
And that
now.
thing up there that's flying, that's called the Pelican. That's real American beauty.
Yeah, it's all just like weird animals.
Goddamn.
And so obviously it's like the humans have like physical animals, whereas the Covenant have like corporeal animals. I'm standing next to one.
Is there two?
I don't know.
Is there two?
Do you have to just ride on my tank?
I am not good at English, apparently.
I think you might have to just ride on my tank.
Nah, man, you go. I'll take this Warthog. I'll be fine.
Oh, all right. Just don't...
don't die. Beep.
So yeah, this is a part where you just ride through and blow shit up. I'm not gonna lie. This is basically a glorified turret section, but it's so much cooler than a turret section.
It really is.
Because A, you're actually driving the tank, and it's not doing like the weird whippy camera bullshit that I can't stand in turret sections.
I'm taking out this Wraith.
B, you've got both an extremely overpowered gun and an extremely overpowered gun, which makes it kind of hilarious. And you can blow everything up, and then you eventually have to take shit out of the sky like that.
Okay, I got a tank. I got a Wraith.
Hold on, put it on old graphics for a second. Yeah, that's way more satisfying.
This one doesn't... Now, you can kind of see which levels they spent more time on, because this one doesn't look too much different. Like, the shading and the lighting is different.
For some reason, the
city in the background's, like, way different.
Yeah. The particle effect for shooting my big-ass gun is a lot more satisfying on the original.
Because you actually see...
Look at that shit. You actually see the dust of it traveling. The new one is just like... You see a little muzzle flash, and then you see an explosion in the distance.
Don't hurt me, I'm on your side!
This one feels more like a railgun. It's just like, boosh.
I almost hit it. I was so close. What should we talk about?
Talk about these nuts. Oh, know what I'm saying?
They're so vinegary.
Ugh, vinegary. That's what happens when you dip your... Oh, yeah, I hit that thing fucking head on. Applied directly to the forehead. Can I take that thing out? Can you?
If you hit it enough, you can.
I don't know if I've ever done that. If I've ever taken out a what are those things called?
Phantoms.
Okay, so those are the Phantoms.
Yeah. Come on, hit it. Hit it. Yeah.
There's another one on the other side. Yeah. This is just pure power tripping right here. I don't remember it being quite so slow.
Because in our kid minds, like, this was like the most action-packed thing ever. So we were
Well, it's just you're
probably
so,
as a
like,
kid, we were
you're
just
so
like, oh my
fucking Rambo
god, this
with
is
this, you
fucking
know?
amazing. But now
It's
you're
not
just
fair. Yours is a lot faster, so you get a lot more of the action.
because I got a
than do.
boost.
Yeah, mine doesn't have a fucking
Okay.
boost.
I'll hang back. I'll give you a 5-second head start. I'll let you. But I'll do this too,
Fuck
and
you,
just
Ghost. Yeah, fuck yeah.
get a shot in there.
It's really cool to have something coming at you fast, and then
Oh,
you smack it, and it just flies through the air
That's
in
what
pieces.
she said.
Boom! Look at that shit.
See, that's what she
That
said.
is incredibly
Yeah.
satisfying.
Yeah, I bet it is. Oh, yeah.
I have pretty simple taste in video games, Josh. I like games
That goes boom.
that makes me feel like I'm strong. I'm not, my everyday life, I don't do a lot of amazing stunts.
You're not strong.
No.
No.
Games that just make me think about shit. It's like I think about shit all day, man. That's my normal life is thinking about lots of shit. My job involves analyzing things.
I like games that just put a lot of effort into the background stuff. So
Yeah.
like the lore, all the like what
Are you
you
a
were
fan
saying.
of Halo lore?
I haven't like kept up with it for the new stuff, but I was very much into it when I was a kid. That's what drew me to it over like Call of Duty or some of the other shooters.
Well, this was out. Well, I guess it wasn't out before Call of Duty 1, but I don't think
was-
Call of Duty was nearly as popular at the time that this.
No,
was
no, no,
popular.
it was not. Like Call of Duty didn't really get popular until after this game, because 4 basically did what this game did.
Right, streamlined everything.
Yeah.
From what I understand, though, even 2 and 3 are like a lot more like they're not nearly as realistic as 1 was.
No, 1 was like, because they were trying to copy Medal of Honor, which was Steven Spielberg's like war game,
Right.
which was all about.
There's
realism.
a great video by this guy called Noah Caldwell Gervais, who does these like epic hours long like franchise like summaries, basically. Like he'll summarize like what each game was about and like what they did right and wrong in a franchise.
I killed our allies.
I don't necessarily think all of his videos are very good. He does.
Fuck you!
He is a terrible editor, and his audio is shit. And his scripts aren't that interesting, but he provides a valuable service in that he looks at an entire franchise in one swoop and like sort of gives you the full picture of like understanding everything about it. And one of his coolest ones is Call of Duty, because I don't think anyone else had really tried to do it to the extent he did, where he like really broke down every Call of Duty game and like what was different about how they presented themselves.
How it's gone from like super realistic war as hell to
Right, to
we all
the-
have Doritos and Mountain Dew, let's shoot each other.
Like, because the first game is, like, legit, like, they were trying to base it on, like, stories from veterans and shit, and trying to make it, like, so you would really feel, like, what it felt like to be in the war kind of thing, Like, a lot more realistic firing mechanisms and stuff like that. And then, it changed gears, because, the kids...
Modern Warfare was sort of like a little bit, like it maintained that a little bit, but it very, very quickly dropped that. Each year is just more and more. How crazy can we get with the multiplayer?
Right. Oh yeah, now they got like wall running and boosting and all that shit.
Because Titanfall was a failure, so they took it.
Was Titanfall a failure? Did it not sell?
Well, it wasn't a failure. Like, it did okay, but
I would assume that the biggest issue
plays
is
it.
that it was a launch title for a system that didn't have any other games.
Pretty much.
This is only for the Xbox One, right?
Yeah, it's exclusive for Xbox One. It came out like a couple months after launch, but it was still pretty
On what?
on the Xbox One. I think it came out. It might have come out on the 360.
So I'm saying it was exclusive to the.
It was
the
Xbox
One,
Line,
right?
yeah. But like after a couple months, no one played it
What's the
anymore,
point of this area?
and it was multiplayer
Is there a
only.
skull here or something?
There might have been. Once you find the skulls, they're not there anymore.
Right.
And I have all the skulls, so at least I think I do. But like no one played it after a couple months. So like Halo 2 went on for fucking ever. Like the servers only closed down a couple of years ago for Halo 2 outside of this collection.
I tried to shoot him before the crosshair showed up.
And you failed.
I was
failed
annoyed
too.
by the lack of crosshair. I was like, why is it doing this? I want to shoot a guy.
Oh no, I'm almost out of ammo.
Oh, you can see the fucking walker back there.
Oh, the Scarab.
Yeah, the Scarab.
Halo Reach had another like Scarab moment. It had like
It was
two
like Scarabs or some shit like that.
Well, Halo Reach had like a Kraken, and it was like 5 times the size of that thing. More legs. The legs were sharp, and like, oh my god, what's going on?
That's right.
Where did that?
Covenant weapons can't pick.
That's
up
one thing
ammo,
about prequels. They always do. They always end up with like better technology in the prequel than they had in the.
Oh yeah, that's usually annoying.
It's like where the hell did that
I totally
thing
forgot
go?
Halo Reach was a prequel because it was the Fall of Reach. I completely forgot about that.
The Fall of Reach.
That was the name of the book, the first book, I think.
They have another like Fall of Reach like anime that came out.
Oh, do you mean the collection thing? The bunch of short films?
No, they had another. Well, they had that, but they had another one that came out like very recently, like a week ago or something.
You know, fun story for anybody who knows about. I ran a blog called I Hate B Train about this animation studio called B Train that I like had this huge vendetta against for a long time. Because generally they make shows that are of garbage quality, but what made them like okay, where the fuck is that guy shooting? He must be from the other direction, right? Because I'm looking at where it looks like the bullets are coming from, and there's no guy there.
There's no guy. Oh my god. Oh fuck.
So anyway, yeah, this series, I had this blog series called I Hate B Train, complaining about the studio, and what actually like caused me to realize like that I specifically hated that studio was the Halo short film collection, because like most of them, like, even if they weren't very good, they at least looked pretty. Like,
right.
You know, there was like a Studio Bones one, which is just a big crazy action scene, because that's what that studio's good for. There's like, you know, some decent looking Madhouse shit, I think, and like just all these, you know, interesting little films. But then there was the one from B Train, and it was just garbage. Like, it not only did it look completely like shit, but the story was dumb, and it was totally a B Train thing. Like it felt like how their shows feel, and like I wrote about that short film collection like on my blog, and most of it was just me complaining about the B Train short, like railing it on how dumb it was, and like and then I had also railed on a show they did called Phantom, Requiem of the Phantom, where like I watched the first episode and thought it was complete shit, and like between those two things I realized like it's this studio, like they like everything they make pisses me off, and then
these fucking guys.
And like up until that point I had been like really against the idea of like talking about stuff you don't like, because I saw it as like just being mean to a show that other people do like.
I don't like when I watch like analytical stuff or just any kind of review, if they're just being mean because they don't like it, I typically just stop reading it or watching it.
Right. But I mean,
unless it's really funny.
Yeah, if there's like good reasoning behind it, it can be interesting.
Like your Sword Art Online thing.
Right.
Like, that's getting pretty mean about it, but like at the same time it was really funny.
Yeah, and I was trying
it made a lot of sense.
Yeah, I was trying to like make points about the nature of those things, but like I just hated that stuff because for me, when I was younger, I didn't understand. Because what would happen to me a lot is people would talk shit about me for the shows that I liked. And that's always seemed weird to me. Like, it's one thing to be like, man, how could you not like this show that's amazing, you know? But, like, when people are like, wow, you like that? You must be the worst person ever. It's like, well, how do you know about, like, you don't know what reasons I like it, you know? Like, maybe I have my own reasons for enjoying it. And so, like, I never talk shit about people for liking the things I don't like. You know, I just present why I hate the thing. But, like, I think you run into danger when people start, like, self-identifying with the things they like, you know? I think that's why...
Check your privilege.
The reason people get so upset when you, like, talk shit about something they like is that they consider it a part of their identity that they like that thing, you know?
Right.
So, like that's when people start getting all insulted and shit.
Okay.
But like I felt like you shouldn't really talk shit about stuff that you don't like until I realized how much fun it is because of B-Trade. Because like bitching about that Halo.
Wait, you gotta give me a push. You gotta help
It's
me.
not gonna work.
I can
dude.
do this.
Just get out.
No, I can do this.
They built this door specifically so you wouldn't be able to take that through.
There are ways to break this game, and we can.
They specifically made this so that you could bring a ghost through, but not a wraith.
That's racist.
But yeah. So I learned from writing about Halo that the Halo short film that it's really fun to bash on something that you don't like, and then I started a whole blog for it. I hate B-Train, and I like picked up the first B-Train show, which was or the first one I wanted to talk about, like, because it was the only one I like didn't know anything about, which was Mad Lax, and I watched the first episode and I was like, this is fucking garbage. So I wrote about Mad Lax for like 15 episodes, and it was super fun.
And the only thing I've ever like hated that much has been like Watch Dogs.
Yeah, you were pretty passionate about Watch Dogs. Just because it's that, like, it's so much more aggravating when it's something that seems like it should be good.
Like, it could have been done. It could have been done the way that it was advertised, and it was not.
If Watch Dogs had been anything like the original trailers, where it looked like this cyberpunk, neo-noir, like, dystopian setting, and then it's really just like a free-roaming game. Like, just any free-roaming game. Any Ubisoft free roaming game.
That had very little hacking, surprisingly. Like, it was mainly just...
Yeah.
You could do everything with hacking, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of cool, but this AK is cooler. So let me just shoot my way through everything.
Jesus, we need to get a better gun to deal with these guys.
I need a better weapon.
I think there might be a rocket launcher around here. If memory serves me.
Look at this.
Whoa, is this the original?
This is... I think we've been playing on the original this whole time.
Oh my god, I think you're right.
Yeah, this is the new...
Oh god, the bloom.
The bloom!
Put it back. Put it back to original.
Look at the bloom!
Honestly, like, I feel like I like the art design better of the original game. It's just
Now,
so much
is
less
it-
shiny and, like,
Is
ridiculous.
it partially... Like, if Halo had come out today, like, for the first time, it had never come out before, and it looked like this, would you still like it?
Probably. I probably wouldn't, like... I don't know. Like, I don't think art design has much to do with why I like Halo in general.
Oh, Jesus.
You know? I think, like, the games definitely look really cool in comparison to, like, other first-person shooters, but, like, it's more about the satisfaction of the weapons and running around as Master Chief, being able to, like, jump high and run at a decent clip and fire a lot of bullets.
So one thing that was weird about 5, I haven't finished it yet,
And the big open environments that you...
but they added
know,
this
fight in.
mechanic because you play on 2 different sides, sort of like in this one where you eventually play as the Arbiter. So you have Locke, who is got a 4-man team hunting Master Chief. And then you have Master Chief, who has 3
Here we
random
go.
people that follow him everywhere now for some reason.
You should get in this Warthog so I don't get immediately massacred.
Nah, you're good. You can do it.
I'm not.
I believe in you.
I'm none of those.
I believe you're
I've died.
you're the Master Chief.
I have died.
Yeah. Fuck you, Wraith. Fuck you. Yeah.
So yeah, some
Get
years
some.
later, after I Hate B-Train, then a little show called Sword Art Online crept up on me, and I remembered how fun it is.
What is happening? We're just spinning while I punch it in the back.
Wow, you apparently got killed. That was pretty dumb looking, but it was very entertaining. Alright, we need to get like a vehicle or something to tackle this with.
Well, if we push this
Let's take their
Wraith
ghosts.
through the door.
We can't push the fucking Wraith through the door. What the fuck? What the fuck? The Warthog fucking killed me! What the hell, you
See,
dumb fucks?
That's when you know it's a Halo game, because the AI kill you indiscriminately.
I was going for this, like, I saw them shoot the guy out of this ghost, so I wanted this ghost, and then all of a sudden they fucking... What, was that you? Okay,
Yeah.
that is you.
Oh, where are you going?
Shooting our guys.
I want his weapon.
Is there
Or
anything
her
back
weapon.
here?
This game is very progressive because it has female soldiers.
Yes, although those exist in the real world.
But this came out in 2004 when it was like
There were women in the army back then, right?
There were women in the army, but a lot of times they couldn't serve in combat roles.
Can they now?
Now they can do 100%.
Oh, cool.
Like, that's very recent that they can do 100%.
I did not know that.
Like, no issues. I think they might have to sign up for the draft soon.
We don't have a draft.
Well, we have selective service, so like when I turned 18, I had to sign up for the selective service in the event that we had to bring a draft back.
When the fuck did I didn't have to sign up for that, I don't think.
You probably did, and you just forgot about it.
I don't think I did, dude.
Like, it was at the DMV.
I don't think I did that.
Yeah. Maybe they tricked me.
I certainly don't think I would have been willing to do that.
I don't think it's a choice. I think you have to.
Dude, if they...
Unless you have, like, some kind of medical condition that
If they tried to draft me, dude, I would fucking... You know, it could be that I, because I have it in my records that I tried to kill myself, so...
Yeah, so
maybe
they just were like, you know what, we're not even gonna...
Yeah, let's not even deal with him.
But I am a able-bodied young man.
Yeah, I'm also not very able-bodied. I don't think I'd make it through boot camp. I'm a kind of a fat shit who sits around and does nothing.
I've seen some fat shits do boot camp.
I've seen some fat shits in my toilet, you know what I'm saying? Alright, something's shooting at us from above, I think.
Oh! Oh, that's you.
Oh, you fucker. Yes, okay.
Alright.
Yeah, that is shooting at us from above.
God. Oh,
and he's
dear.
dropping more ghosts. And I'm getting pulverized.
This is one of those games where it's like just wave after wave of enemy, and you're like, when's it gonna stop? I'm gonna die. I can't do it. I sniped him in the head. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, Lord.
Didn't you watch some of Sword Art Online?
I think I watched the first episode, and I just was like, eh.
Dude, that was the moment I realized, like, that Sword Art Online was bad. Cause like
because I don't watch a lot of anime to begin with.
Right.
So like, if I decide to watch a show, it's because a lot of people are talking about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I had never had the impression that Sword Art Online was like really terrible. Like until I watched the whole thing. I had been under the impression that it just was not that good and it was kind of boring. Because I had watched the first 7 episodes while it was airing, and like, I had really enjoyed the first 2 just because it's just hype. All it does is like build up hype and be like, yeah, this is gonna be cool, and you're like, all right, this looks cool, and then like it immediately gets really boring. And then Victor had watched like 15 episodes and thought it was like shit, and he dropped it. He'd been like all mad about it.
You can have this.
But like, I was kind of determined I was like, I need to find out if this show is like watchable by anyone. So I showed the first I want to say the first 2 episodes to Derek, and Derek hated it. He was like, this is shit.
And that was sort of the moment when you were like,
this must be bad.
Oh dear.
I mean, not to say that Derek will like watch anything, because he does actually have like pretty okay taste in media, but like, when Derek was like outright, this is shit, and like he didn't even think it was cool, because he often likes stuff just because it's kind of cool, you know, but he was like, this is stupid, I hate this. And I was like, this Sword Art Online might not be very good, you know. And then like I watched it and just was like, oh, this is... Not only were the first 2 episodes like way worse than I remembered them being, because like once you like think about like what's happening and not just like,
you might like something at first, and then you go back and you're like, what? How the fuck?
Right. Well, I mean, contrary to what a lot of people say, because you know I get pretty nitpicky in like the Sword Art Online videos, and people will be like, how come you nitpick this show so hard when you like other shows that have like small issues like that? And it's like, it's because when I'm watching a show for the first time, I don't necessarily notice like all these things, because I'm more paying attention to the entertaining parts, you know, like I'm watching it.
You're enjoying what you like about it.
Yeah, like it's usually like a lot of shows start off interesting, and I'm willing to look past a lot of dumb stuff if a show is interesting, you know, like I've never been someone who like really requires a show to be super intelligently written and super believable and all that. Like I just want to watch a show that's entertaining. But once
I'm not good at shooting rockets.
It's once you're not entertained anymore that it starts to like...
Are you not entertained?
That it starts to be a problem. So like when you watch the first 2 episodes of Sword Art Online, like not knowing where it's going, it's just like, oh, this seems like it'll be a really fun, exciting show. You know, there's lots of like flashy visuals. It takes place inside a video game. That's cool, you know. And it was like... Because I grew up on .hack sign, which is fucking boring, but like I loved it as a kid because it took place in a game. So Sword Art Online felt like it was going to be .hack but not boring. Like it was going to have action and be about
Adventure.
a game, and like they were going to fight bosses and join parties and stuff. And then like that doesn't really happen. So once you start getting bored with the show, that's when you start picking it apart, where you're like, why am I so bored? And then, like, all you notice is all the problems. Like, you're just, oh, this is so dumb, and this is so lame, and this scene could have been done better, and why did they make it like this? And then you just take it apart.
Fucking people. We did it.
Yep.
We killed the scarab.
That'll be it for this episode of Digi and
it's
Pals.
going down.
We're pretty much averaging a level an episode. I'd say that's pretty...
Except for this one where we finished part of a level
Yeah.
at the beginning.
That's I considered cutting it off at one point, but then I was like, we're probably near the end. These levels are probably about 30 minutes
Oh, look,
apiece.
we're back at the... oh, wait, we never left the graphics.
Oh god, this is ugly as fuck.
And then...
Yeah, I skipped it.